Okay, I want to talk about one of the manifestation secrets that I know. And I'm not using this term to make it sound like any marketing way of presenting what I want to say, but I feel like it's truly a secret that I think it gets in the blind spot where many people do not realize and recognize. And if you're watching this, and I don't know what your background in manifestation, but manifestation it's something that's happening all the time. So, when we are a vibrational being and everything in this universe operates based on the resonance. So everything that happens in our life happens based on the energetic resonance at the quantum level. So the vibration at the molecular levels that we have is dictated by our feeling and depending on what kind of picture we're forming. And we often talk about, okay, we want something more in our life. So we look at our external life in the physical or how we are living, and there's a desire inside of us, and there's something that we want to see change or different or more, right? So we identify the absence of what we want. So that causes us to want something, yeah. And then we talk about, okay, once you identify that thing that you want, it could be a different kind of health, a different kind of relationship, different kind of money, different kind of way of living, a different kind of peace of mind, whatever that is for you. Then what we want to do is to begin using our imagination to begin living in that state as if it already happened. So that fulfillment of the desire. And because your brain, your body, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between the 3D physical world, that observable world that you're perceiving through your five senses versus your imagination that you're painting your picture in your mind. So you use that power of imagination and to begin assuming that is happening right now to transmute that imagery into your feeling. Then your vibration, the molecular vibration in the body begins shifting to resonating in that state, and then the attractive force begin responding to that vibration inside of us. So we mold that circumstance. Yeah. So that's a little, a basic explanation of how manifestation works. And this manifestation, the law of attraction is happening whether you're aware of it or not, right? So we often talk about we don't manifest what we want, but we manifest what we're assuming who we are, right? So the moment you want it, you want to stop wanting it, because if you're wanting, you're actually demonstrating the absence of that one. That's why you're wanting it, right? So once you identify as a want, you actually begin having it internally, experiencing it using your imagination, using the whole body feeling. Yeah. Now, I haven't got into the secret just yet. Now, the secret that I feel like is really a secret, the top secret, is what do we do with that action piece, right? Because it's really important to create an assumption that it's already done. So it's, in a vibrational speaking, it's already done, but it's invisible, right? In your physical eyes. So you don't see the effect of the actual delivery of the manifestation in the observable world yet. Yeah. And then we have this thing called action, right? We take action. But here's what I mean by top secret. When you take your action, we want to make sure that we're not going back to the wanting place, not having place, and taking action and getting somewhere else place to be able to manifest it. Does that make sense? So you get energized and you get excited about that manifestation and the fulfillment of the desire, because what you want is something that you want so bad and it feels good when you have it, right? So when you write on paper, or when you entertain with your imagination, or when you look at the picture on a website, whatever, and then when you see yourself in there and when you feel good, you're vibrating in that state. Now, when whatever the action that you need to take to actually collapse that event into this now in front of you, we must be in the state of having to when you take action, right? So there was a couple of years ago that I was sort of puzzled with this idea of how does this work when you are entertaining the feeling of already having, and when you set a goal or when you set a target, we use this, sentence and terminology called we move towards that goal, right? How can you feel that it's already here and then move towards, which indicates something else other than right here, right? So when we take action, this is a different ways to explain this, right? So the manifestation is already done when you are in the state of naturalness of having in this sort of feeling without actually having that actual thing in the physical form. So when you are convincing your subconscious mind that it's already done, it's almost like that product, the thing that you want or experience that you want, has been delivered outside of the door, right? And then the whatever the mailman or delivery person is ringing the bell, and the taking action, you're taking action to open the door so you can receive it. Yeah. So if you already had it, you have taken that action, whatever that action piece is. I want you to kind of zoom in a little bit because this is important. If you already had that experience, you have already taken that action, right? So then you take the action to be able to receive it, but it's already here. So you're not taking action to get somewhere else other than where you're at, but it's already here energetically. Okay, the bell is ringing. I'm going to open the door by taking that last piece of action so I can see that in the observable world to be able to receive that packet or the experience. Does that make sense? So for me, we want to make every single step very light because the lightness is the energy of the soul, and that's how I want to operate. The action piece is not hustle and grinding. Action piece is not trying anything, but the action piece is just to let that infinite universal intelligence know that I'm ready to receive because I have convinced my energy, and to transfer that energetics in the invisible in the eyes into the visible in the observable world, and I take the action because if I already had it, I have taken that action already. Yeah, does that make sense? So sometimes it puzzles, is the future thing becomes present, and you cannot take action from reverse. You bring the future in the now, and you reverse that sequence. And when you look at the past, I have taken the action. Okay, I'm going to take that now so I can mold that circumstance as an event in this present moment. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you, but that's how I see action. And when you're able to see that way, it becomes much more effortless. And if you got confused a little bit, watch a couple of times because in my perspective, this makes so much sense to me. And then everything that we want, we need is already here. We just want to tune into that frequency. And then tuning into the frequency requires to let that infinite know that we are ready. And that is the action piece. To bridge the gap between the invisible into the observable world, we take action to open the door so we can actually receive that experience. Okay, let me know what insights you might have gotten, anything that spoke to you, anything that confusing, any question. And that is it. I'll see you in the next video.